Hello, I'm Liam Boyle. I'm just doing my microwave recording to explain it in the debugger mode. So first of all, I start off with a couple of write lines that displays in the terminal. Welcome to the application. How many items are you heating? It specifies here 1 to 3. So from here it gives the user a way to input how many items they want through the read line. And from here, I have a variable integer for number. So it converts whatever the user puts in, it converts it into an integer and it saves it as number. It does the same thing for how long they want to heat it for, except this one is for a double under time. After this, I created a kind of switch statement thing that allows for the 3 different possible entries for the 3 different amount of items. So case 1 would be for a singular item, which is, displays the time and how long they want to put it for. Case 2 would show similar thing, except it changes the time for the times 1.5, which would add on 50% as what was required in the material. Case 3 also has similar to case 2, except this one, it has to double the time. So I have that time equals time times 2, and then it displays how long they want to heat it for. And then of course at the end I have a default where if they put in any other number for that, it just tells them that please only use items from 1 to 3 items, and then the code ends. I've put a few breakpoints in just to show how the code works. So if I was to run the code, it will show that if I put in, so how many items are you heating, if I put in 2, and then if I was to, let's say, put in 10 seconds to heat the item for, you'll see that it stops here because it recognizes that the number is 2, so it goes to case 2, which activates this kind of line of code, so it stops here. This is just a point, so it shows, it does 1.5 times. If we could continue, it'll, do the output where it says, as you chose 2 items under this part. The recommended heating time is 15 seconds. That's because of this line of code. And then the program ends. I think this kind of shows that, once it goes through this part, it just breaks and it goes straight to the end. It also skips past this breakpoint for case 3 because it never includes that part of the code because it goes to this part instead. Another example I could show is for the default. So if I was to put in, let's say, 4 items, it should go straight to the default and it should ignore these 2 other parts. So how many items are you heating? So let's say if we were to enter in 4, and then how many seconds, if we were to do 10 seconds, it'll tell you, so it'll skip these parts, so there won't be any breakpoints, it'll skip straight to here, which says, please only use 1 to 3 items at a time, and then it does that, and then break, and then it ends the program. So, yep, I think that shows, the different breakpoints and how they kind of don't stop or stop depending on what the entry of the user is. And yeah. Hello, I am Liam Boyle. I'm just filming my double casting video to explain how it works. So from here, I've put in a breakpoint at this point. So basically, this mainly works on changing how things are integers to doubles and how that kind of works with other types of things and how that also displays in the terminal. So to start off, I created an integer sum and count, and I assigned sum to equal 17, count to equal 5. So both whole numbers, and then I also created another integer for int average, and I assigned this to equal the result of sum divided by count, and then to write what this is. So if I was to click play, it should. Okay, yeah, so it should work through the code, and then as it goes to write into write line, so display it into the terminal, it gives a result of 3. This is because integers aren't able to use decimal numbers, so it doesn't properly do the calculation of this. As you see, it gives a result of 3, when it actually should be, so for 17 divided by 5, that equals 3.4. So after this, in order to fix that, I created a different variable, a double, called double average, and this one, double average, equals the same thing, sum divided by count, except it converts sum, because of this, it converts sum from an integer into a double, and then it does that calculation. This allows for better, like more accurate numbers, as doubles can give decimals. So if we were to continue, you'll show that when it does write line again, it should actually give us the correct number of, oops. Yeah, so it does the line and then it goes down and it gives us 3.4. This kind of shows that converting this into a double allows it to create this into a proper answer.